How to fill out the W-4 if you have a side business. Now, this would be for a person who is single and they only have one job and a side business. So I'm at the IRS website, which is where you access the online W-4, and it shows you how to go through everything. So at this IRS website, in order to access the W-4, you can go down to tools and applications, and you slide over and you'll get to the tax withholding estimator. Click check withholdings, and it lets you know how it works. But to access it, you go to use the tax withholding estimator. Once you get here, you fill it out according to your situation. This person is single. They do have a job that they plan to have taxes being withheld from, and they will not be doing any of the things listed below, claiming dependents, and they don't meet the description of the other items. So I hit next, income and withholding. They have just one job, and that one job is already factored in there. Their job is an hourly job, so you click that. And they plan to work this job all year. So from January to December the 31st is what we'll select. They get paid twice monthly, on the 1st and the 15th. The last day that their most recent pay period ended was January 31st. What was your most recent pay date? Their most recent pay date, since they get paid on the 1st and 15th, was February the 1st. Select the option that best describes your current situation. The last paycheck was a good representation of how much they earn on average to each pay period. So we'll just keep going there. Let's say that every pay period they earn $2,000 in wages. Now you want to enter the year to date, and it's important for you to have your check stub handy, as they stated in the section above, so that way you have your accurate numbers. I'm just going through it fast so you can understand it and get it in a short time frame. Enter the wages earned year to date. So they've been paid 3 times, so year to date their earning is $6,000. Based on the information provided, it looks like your total income from this job will be $46,000. Is this correct? Yes. Each paycheck they are taxed $200. Year to date, since they've been paid 3 times, they would tax $200 times 3 is $600. We'll leave it at that. Then we'll scroll down here. Later, when I come back and include the side business situation, I will change this. But for the sake of this initial example, we'll just go past that, and it's nothing else really for us to do. Adjustments to income, we don't have any right now. In this example, standard or itemized deduction, they will go with the standard deduction. And for a person who's single, that standard deduction is $15,000. Tax credits, we won't include any tax credits in this example. We'll hit next. Oh, they age will be 30. Let's say that they're turning 30 and they'll be 30 on January 1st of next year. So we'll submit that, hit next. And right here is where they enter or show the results. Right here it says, based on the information you enter, you're withholding more tax than you need to from your paycheck. The projected refund for this person is $1,300, which means that they overpaid $1,300, or will overpay if nothing else changes. If they continue to do what they're doing, they will pay $4,800 throughout the year. However, they're only obligated, quote unquote, to pay $3,485. So their refund is going to be $1,300. If you want to get this $1,300 back into your paycheck, you can just do the math and say for the next 10 months of the year, depending on when they fill out the W-4, they will be getting an extra. If you divide that by 10, the next 10 months, they'll be getting about $130 in their paycheck extra per month if they decide to correct the W-4 so that they don't overpay in taxes, just as an example. And right here it says, to increase your take-home pay, submit new form W-4 to your employer provided by the suggestions below. So that being said, all they have to do is they can either download the pre-filled out W-4, or they can follow the steps which tells them exactly how they need to fill out the W-4 to increase their take-home pay. From there, they'll submit the new W-4 form to their employer as soon as possible for the changes to take effect. And then if they need to readjust it, they can later on or next year whenever that situation changes. Now, I told you I wanted to include them having a side business. So what does that look like? Let's go back to step number 2. Let's say in this side business, they're fairly new. They haven't, understood how to grow the business just yet. And let's just say that they only made $1,000 for the year. $1,000 is the net self-employment income. So we'll just enter that in this section here. Now, what many people fail to realize is that if you have side business income, you want to report it. So many people try to hide or sweep it under the table and act as though they didn't make it, because side income is important to report because side income also includes business deductions. And let's just say that this person understood, they had access to our program, so they knew the benefits of having a side business. They knew the tax advantages. They had our software, so they were able to keep records and convert their receipts into tax deductions. And now they were able to understand that, hey, I may have made $1,000, but by me understanding tax deductions, I was able to write off $12,000 for the year, just averaging about $1,000 a month in tax deductions. So let's just say that they wrote off $12,000 for the year. I want to make sure that's in there. Perfect. So that's the adjustments to the income. The only thing I changed is that they made an extra $1,000 and they wrote off $12,000 in deductions because they had access to our program, our software, and they understood the importance of keeping records so they can have those tax deductions. Those are the only two things I changed. How does that change their results? Well, if you look here, their refund practically doubled. Now their projected refund is $2,530. So let's say they got the $1,200 coming back into their paycheck every single month because they corrected their W-4, but they started to keep records from their home business. Now they still ended up getting a refund and getting money throughout the year, all from having a side business. Watch this video again. It'll make more sense on the second time and maybe even the third time. But the key point that we want to make here is when you correct your W-4, you'll realize you're overpaying in taxes. And when you overpay in taxes, there's a way to increase your take-home pay, give yourself a pay raise, and you can use that pay raise strategically in order to hit your goals. However, if you have a side business on top of that, you can still position yourself to either increase your refund or position yourself to get a refund and get money throughout the year on your W-4. So it's a win-win scenario. If you want access to our program that teaches you how to not only fill out the W-4, but properly use the strategy associated with it while also legally paying less in taxes and increasing your cash flow, then comment ready and we'll send you the steps on how to get started and take your cash flow to the next level and take full control of your finances. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.